Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. And we have bunch of stuff. So today I will give a bit of feedback to all the people who requested it, and then we're gonna jump into our thing. As like last time we made this path, quickly showed you how you can make this path, and I'm planning to make it continue like go like this right here. So we have this S curve basically. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was planning to add this curve here as well. And then we're gonna sculpt some rocks and clips and all the assets which are there. I'm gonna use some resources wherever I can find. So that's gonna be our today's agenda. So let's look at quickly the feedbacks request. Okay, so just let me post, just give me a second. Let me post it in the other chat if people are here to announcement. Yes. Awesome. And just I'll post it on. Hello Milan, how are you? Pictures I have. Screenshot from yesterday. It's not most beautiful thing, but you right. I'm posting on LinkedIn also. I should have posted more there, like about it. I'm not posting. Hello, bonjour, love. How are you? You awesome. So let's continue with the feedback requests. So here, here we are, and where can I see the? Just a second. Yes, here. So here's the only Anant asked for it, but it's good at least someone. I know it's like late. I should have created like one day earlier or something so everyone can post on time, but it's okay. Hmm. Nice. For example, I got to as good original. Might do one more iteration. The So basically, there is floating mesh, which is like the bowl type of shape. You just place it on top, and you can basically bake it on there. Like for all these details, can be simply baked, or you can do it in Substance Painter as well. The main thing I want you to, not just border, just wherever they are meeting, I want you to pay attention to that. And I can see some gap is here, some places. So wherever you will have this thing, because this connection line, you will have some more damage and some other things. So I want you to pay more attention to these parts wherever you have these. If we I don't know if you can notice here, and there is like this marble look on top of it. You can see the lines of the marble. We can't see it much here. It's there, but maybe we can make it a little bit more contrasty so we can see it. Overall the roughness variation overall, we'll see in there will help, but wherever they have cut it, there is like tiny crease is there, so that's what we need basically. Wadim, awesome, like you will be finished, like that's some productivity. That's awesome if you will be finished soon. And yeah, like I see some of the assets are there which you can basically, yeah. Yeah, basically here there was detail and suddenly there was no, this is noisy, like too noisy. Like you can reduce the grunge overall, right? We don't need to keep it this noisy, although it could be that galvanized metal, I believe, with the speckles. So it could be, but it's like too dirty, I believe. Although it will be better to have it in the area where it most accommodated, like on the top or in the corners, and where it's exposed more. But overall it can be less noisy, like even this on the floor. So you can use some different noise so it don't look like a blurry type of noise. But overall it's good stuff. Keep going and there. Okay, awesome. Like because of was I gave like is the road we made in the last stream, we can use resources because the sky is visible. We don't want to see the sky, we want to hear, so we will do the night lighting type of thing. We put spotlights and there, and I can still feel these are not proportionate, right? And this is visible, only this matters, so we'll focus on that. We need to. And Edward, sorry, okay. So yeah, so I don't know if we had the session which was recorded or cancelled. What I can think, Edward, you can do is, you know, in our original concept, we had trees on top of the, some rocks and mountain type of thing. We can remove it. We can say, okay, this tree is coming from the ground here and just growing on top, and we can just, there could be a tree in the back and which is growing on the top more, but we can exclude something which seems like growing on top of the structure. So this way we can, make it more sense, even though you use the trees from there which are look good, but extended like here, so that it's from ground, it's maybe it's on the other side and this is on this side and growing on top, going up top, right? This is just a platform with the cable car, and these cables are attached somewhere, right? So it will be maybe here some pillar or something like that. We can make it more sturdy, and otherwise yeah, otherwise it's going good. Like we can do our own thing like this. It look as torii gate is on top of the torii gate, but this one is on the back there on this structure. It was we can decide not to put it there as well, and these leaves we can send them other way around. Well, in the concept art, the scene seems is like larger, but our seems smaller. It's totally fine. We can go with that, but overall we can reduce the things, number of things, and even all the things which don't have texture yet, do it again. Rocks, sculpt some of them. Even one of these will be fine. You just rotate it and place it multiple times. Rocks, you just make few blocks, like one small large, and then move it around, scale it and place it around. That will be much better and faster, I believe, and will be much more fidelity will be there. And I think, yeah, the last time I also gave like this seems orange, not reddish, so maybe we can saturate the color. Like the blue is saturated, but this is not that much, so we can saturate it, so we can differentiate it between this brown wood or orange wood or this wood. And even here it look like sand, but we can have pebbly or more hard sand or hard surface or dirt surface which are there, so we can use it. So it's not, it's also seem like floating, so we can do some modeling or something. So it seems, or either like dirt is accumulated on top, or the third thing, you can put grass. There is no grass, so you can introduce some grass and small plants here and there in the corners. And here on the back more, and but in the corners, on top of the surface, even the corner of the cracks in the uh, between two rocks, everywhere you can introduce those tiny grasses, and everywhere those can grow, and that will make it feel more like. You can also put small pebbles and everything in here as well, so that will make your thing a bit more shine. Yeah. Okay, so I will say, okay, so just scooch. And other thing we have, let's see if we had any new. The railway was the, and the we covered the thing before. Okay, so maybe on the Friday. So I gave my feedbacks to them, so that in there. Basically, last time also, like I have given, I don't know why this maybe that stream was not happen. So but I also gave here that we can remove this one. Okay, and path we can put it here. Maybe the path comes from down here and then go lead there, and maybe come from here and then go, and we can cover which foliage here on this one, and we can remove the pond on this side, and I can only and maybe enlarge in the pond here, and we can put lilies and maybe koi fish inside there. There was a animated fish pack which was free on Unreal Marketplace, which you can use to add there. Maybe it's like too colorful compared to our, but overall you see this path is going there. What will happen, you can the path is coming from here and then going there, and then there's small path which lead to this, so we can empty this area which is like too noisy right at the moment. And the rock is better than before, but again we need more bigger shapes. Okay, more chunkier and more variation in there, and like, and also need to match this mossiness. Why it's not on these rocks is really a mystery. If there will be the plants growing on top of these rock, they will grow on top of there also, so there will be moss on the top areas, and we need larger surface, and even like this is like too straight, so we need like this chunkier, like more chunkier arch we need. And if we remove this one, so and we make a path, and that directly go to the torii gate. Torii gate is visible clearly, which is good. and this tree we can move on the towards the right a little bit, so torii gate is clearly visible. and and basically everything have this Japanese vibe, and I'm definitely sure like if you use all the Quixel assets, you can basically make it more calmer, like everything, like there's a noise here, there's a lot of noise here, we can make it much more calmer. And I know you added this slab which is not look good, make it stones, proper rock, and place them properly. They're like going on top of this here, I can see the seam, and like it's like place them properly and work on them. Okay. And even this is there, you can bring this one even here, like you just see the top and this like defocus or something like that. So and then path goes there, it's totally fine. Okay, you don't need to add this lantern here, and here it's totally fine. And yeah, so that's basically gonna clean up the path for toward going the Torii, and it's also gonna move this tree a little bit back, and you're gonna clean up and you're gonna pond here, and this area gonna become darker, this area gonna become darker because there's gonna be more plant. You can add this much, like a little bit here. Okay, so we don't focus much on this area, only this part we need to focus on. Yeah, and you can zoom in also if you want to. If I even say like you can zoom in, basically if you keep this much part as totally fine. So there is still a bunch of things, like even this tree does not make sense, like why it is there growing there, so you can remove this one and maybe add the smaller ones on top of the plants growing on top of the rock with more organic and larger chunky shapes. Okay. Okay, so go. Okay, let's go Usine. Okay, we'll have to see the update from the people, and yeah, so that's pretty much it from the people in there. Let's look at the chat quickly. Milan, it's okay. No worries, no worries. Have fun. Do your thing. Okay, don't worry too much. And so here we have our last scene. So I added this mesh on the terrain, like mesh spline. So I will show you how you can add it simply. It's really just for now it's not matching because I used a texture from the internet for the path, and we when we will use the texture same textures with blending with this, well, and also it's not no tiling, I believe, right? So we can fix that properly, but I want to show like how you can add in there. So if I want to continue, if I want to add in there, I can come back and manage, go to splines, and you can add, control click and add, and then you can alt and drag, add. I will basically make a path which just go beyond church, and then we will simply, I mean we can definitely make confirm the thing, but I did not. Okay, let it go till here. And you can also alt, it did not create the extra. But now we can select all the control points and we can make it how big we want it to be. The 300 is fine. We can make it slightly bigger. And the fall off, we don't need that much. Let's just quickly and you can press end key and it just snap to the ground. End key and it just drop to the landscape. And I believe you can make it offset. And I believe we had last time we did something, you know we sculpted the terrain based on the segments and let's see if we I don't know. So use segments and deform the landscape to the splines. Okay, so we have selected all of them. First we can select all the points and we can press the end key, maybe it's like right, so they snap to the terrain. Okay, and like if I show you again, like you can press end key and they just draw, and you can select all them and then simply raise them a bit, select all of them from here, like deform landscape to spline only to selected, so you can press and then it deform the landscape basically for you, which is fun. And I can do here, did I select all of them and I can say okay, this select, I think it did already. So now we just simply select all the segments here on this spline, and we have created a mesh already. So you can have like here spline meshes you can add, and inside it asks you to add the mesh, which you can simply add to it. Why it okay, nope, not the point. Select all the segments and then add mesh. See, so you got the basic mesh in there. So now if I go back now, see, so there is path going there. And so it's basically we can do anything on there, like we can bring already added mesh, but I believe we should do decals anyway. And here if we want, we can put it more down there. And definitely our layers, we should have renamed it, which I did not. So add dirt near, and also like this layer 6, is it I believe the dirt only. So layer 6, so you can, if you come to splines again, I believe you can do it automatically. And layer name is you can say, I believe it's capital layer 6. Okay, so it's, yeah, layer 6. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try with this one. To select all the segments and you say layer 6, and that's it. So it should automatically add, let's see, it updated there. Like if you didn't see, I will undo it. Just watch closely here. Okay. And I was only selected. See, it added based on the fall off. So yeah, so this is basically it. Will do select all the segments and then use it, and it add to the fall off, and you can increase decrease fall off after selecting it, and that's how you can basically automatically do it in the. Yeah, so this is the road mesh, which is not tiling in general. So yeah, so this is the road mesh I made last time. And yes, so this we have already. So now we're gonna now if I open the pure ref, just give me a second. um and load here. So we have I've gathered some reference. I will show you. uh, in our thing we have most of them here. I couldn't install the layout tool, the physical layout tool, so that's unfortunate. And bridge we need to definitely. And trees and everything, it doesn't matter much, we can place them on the back. Yeah, so we'll try to, maybe if we, even if we want to have to change the camera angle, we'll change it. And if I show you what I gathered, so basically this is for the path we saw last time. We have, so what I wanted was to I gathered this few images of churches basically, right? So basically what my goal was to, from this is, having the church is huge, but these mountains on the back make it look really tiny basically, you know. So if I show you in our camera angle also, we go to our camera angle. You see, so we have mountain on the back for the same reason. So I wanted to make our church look tiny compared to those. For now it is not that much, right? So I was continue to look for rocks in there. So this is like from God of War again. You see there are like some cliff, there are some rocks, there are some tiny ones, there is like huge set, there's some debris, or yeah, debris, and then some pebbles, you know, went here and there. And this was the scene, which almost like it felt really good. Like I said, there's moss on top, which also we can try. And here the artist also gave the blending, how it will be, and some plants, and which, you know, there is a moss growing on top, which is good. And this is from this is what we saw last time from Marcus, and this is Kimo Cunella. He used PCG, used these cliff rocks, used PCG to scatter across. So I'll show you what my thoughts are on that as well. And here you see we have large cliff, and it gave really good, you know, uh, tutorial also how they did it, and what map and how they are doing it, which can we can try to replicate as well. Okay. And yeah, so that's because God of War, right? Why not? And I also gathered some from the previous one, some sculpts and reference. And this I kept just for our church one, if we want to make the pillar and sculpts, so we want to do it. And while I was looking at it, I found this one, right? And God of War have these wall in the game, and that just make everything looks small. So I'm not going to add it now. Maybe later on we can add some cliffs or something like that, like something like cliff on the back. Suddenly, like this one is like have valley, is and on the edge of the valley, so that's why it can show. But in our we didn't find anything. Like you see, there are like mountains, but they are not that big that make our church look small. Okay. So yeah, so let's continue with this thing that I was just sharing, like what I having some thoughts. So we're gonna make some set of rocks to place. We already have some. If I show you, we made procedurally some of them last time. So we gonna take them and gonna continue on them. Art rocks, and here are those. So we had the big one, and then some small ones, and then the debris, which is not exactly really good. So we'll make it again, right? So this is what we have placed here. So this is the large one. Here's the cliff which we try to place. So we'll try to sculpt it now. Okay. So let's look at the chart. Oh, Sudipta, you're here. Finally, finally. So did you manage to join in with the in the boot campers? Were you able to find the link? How to join the Discord channel? If you're not, let me know. So it's really easy and straightforward. Okay, so I'm just getting my pen. I'm not sure where the pen is. Uh, what actually means of biomes can it is basically the whole ecosystem. Biome is not just the plants; it's the whole ecosystem. Like we we considered geology also in the biomes, basically, like rocks, cliffs, and other things. We considered them also biomes, right? So yeah, so that's why rocks are there. So in environment we have biomes. So our team was not just responsible of making plants, we were also making rocks and geology assets. So that's why it was under the biome team. So yeah, so I pick it up from there. Usually I didn't I used to also not use that, but I tend to pick it up from there. Okay, I think I found it. So I'm getting my pen tab ready because we're gonna sculpt some rock. I need to find where the cable is here. Yeah, so just go through the document you had in there. Just go through that and and try to look. If you don't, just message me. I will guide you. Milan, can I also help you? I hope you know Milan. So that if you know, we all work together. So I don't know. So we were there. So say hello, which is good. So we have our tab. So we have both of the thing. I'm gonna do it in Blender as I like to suffer. So I will do it in there. So let me shoot in my Blender, and if we open the file, we have so much of Vulkan. Like I have been turned on the Vulkan, my Blender is still slow. It's supposed to be faster than before. Just where is it? I'm opening the file we have because I deleted all the things from it before. So we have to open our old file, and then from there Shudipta was awesome. We suffered together on the projects, and yeah, just awesome. Yeah, it's taking time to open up. So let's it roll up. We already have some rocks in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use resources. So don't judge me for that. But I really want to get done with this. Um, and there should be. I will take like if somewhere if I find a rock set, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna sculpt it. We can use Quixel one also because Quixel also have it there, but I'm showcasing in there. This was good, and this is good as well. These guys I have met. These guys who made these guys, so awesome. Uh, s- we just need some. We don't need even if we get the low poly set. I will just go with it, given that the whole set in the low poly. Let's um as we have in the reference I showed you, like we have a set of it, so we just go with that set. We'll create some cliff like something like that we have. So I want to use something for the base, and then we can use displacement, and then we get the formations, and then we polish it, just use it then. And we don't need to also texture bake the textures. We will do we can put them all in one UV set, and then we can know, make it uh, bake the masks basically. I will try. I don't know if we can get it in here inside the blender, the edge detail and everything, but we can definitely do it in the painter surely. Last cliff. Let's try one and then just move one. Let's not spend too much time. This one had a lot of, so good. This one will also have like this. They're too organic, but this could be the cliff mesh, the boulders, debris, but not this one. It's not downloadable. This is downloadable, which is good, but it's desert. Or this one. This one could work. Ooh, what is this? This is, yeah, this is good. I usually take the GLB. The blend file is there, so we are in luck. And there is this. Let's see if they have good stuff in there more. Nothing. Nope. This could work, but it's crazy. Not particular. We'll try. Why I decided to go with the GLB, because it saves the textures inside, and when we need it, this is good, but it's not downloadable. Unfortunate. There is this collection. We already have. Oh, nice. Downloadable also. Good stuff. I'm hoping to find, like, there's one we find already, which is good. Like there's this one we don't need. We can simply these are good. Let's look at them again. For to have stuff like this, we need a physical layout plugin. It's really good actually. Oh, this tutorial, it's good. It's good as well. I think we can. It's by the same guy, so we can take the rocks they have. I'm lazy to sculpt them. So Titan white effects, thank you. We don't need. Download these. Let's look at, so there are bunch of good rocks. So there's is are these all of them? Let's go through this. Yep. I think, yeah, this 10 of them, so we can utilize whichever it is. So this one is good for us. Let's look at in the metcap. Yeah, topology wise is good as well. So huge. Oh, it's not there. It's not downloadable. Shame. So these are all. We can. So I will just go ahead with this one. These ones which might download again. Some of them. This is not there. 9. This is. I downloaded this already. Yes. Just give me a second, guys. I know no, it's not there. So let's take this one if it is good. I think we are good. I will give this like, so I remember next time that this exists. For this, we don't have much, but this one I will take for. Okay, good. GLBs are like these single files which can import and yep. So we have rocks in there. Yes, we have rocks in there. So I will turn on all of these and I'll select delete all of, and there is our beautiful bridge also. Good. We have now our rocks sitting here, which we made last time. Okay. We have them here, and let's save it as. And rocks 1A. Good. Yes, but first, yeah, bootcamp. So yeah, okay. So yeah, so that's all what you can do. You can go through the document, join the bootcamp. You will see the one I was just doing a while ago. You will see these channels. Okay, so if you are not able to see it, then ask Milan. He will help you. Okay, just join in. Then you create a new post as the same type with your name. This, you know, name of the thing, and attach your concept art with it, and then start posting in there. And then you can copy, if you need a feedback you can select and you can copy link. You come to the feedback sessions which you will see, and this is there are like previous one are here, and this is today's. You click here and you post the link of that in here and just press enter. And if you have some query with it, you can post it in there as well. Sorry, I was not sharing. Sorry. So basically, you will see the bootcamp session, boot campers, and these boot camps, basically channels. So if you're not able to see it, ask Milan. And whenever once you have it, you come in and you post your screenshots in there. You copy the link, copy my link, and you come to the feedback. All the feedback sessions are here, previous ones, and some of the resources. In the topic selection we didn't do it much basically, but in the resources you will find bunch of resources which we all of the members are sharing, and there's Roxen plugin. So must download that. Okay. So yeah, so box UV is the one, is really, I talked a lot, and there is a physical layout and some texture resources I found. So yeah, sharing it here is there. What you share is in general issue. I'll try to do it on my own. If you're having it, we'll try to do it in our session also. So yep. So just go through that link you find in there, and after that we can. Well, let me move all of them to our church folder. Okay, good. So now let me bring in those. Wait, I should. Once I added the GLTF here, as make me piss off. Let me add. This is no, it's Maya. Stupid. Okay, I thought it's Blender. So you file, you go import, and you import GLB and your GLTF. You come here, you'll see in here. Okay, so you can now we have bunch of them. Yeah, so we can select all of them and import. Let's see if it import that. Okay, we have, and it is good that it have the empty, and you can see here and go to material. Let me turn off the wireframe. The one setting I forgot to turn off. Basically, you can when you and here when you import the GLTF, so it will like merge vertices. Okay, so that we forgot to do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna re-import it. Delete hierarchy. Let's do it again. I have so habit of importing like that. Merge vertices, select all of them, import. Otherwise, create. If it have multiple mesh, we can join. It's not an issue. Wonderful. How big this is? It's really big. Okay, bring it here. This one is this one. Move it aside. This one is. I can just move them aside to see how they look. In here, so there it have multiple objects, and I can just join it. Good. How did they scan it around? Which is, I think all of them. Other one are join. Join these also. So these are all singular rocks which we can simply select. Yeah, so they are outside, and we can see there's nothing inside all these now. This is go. There are shift select. You can only select the meshes also. Now do they have hole? They have mesh underneath also, which is good. How big they are? Small. We definitely have to make them bigger. Median point scale 10. So we have these two, which are low poly and awesomely ugly. This one, good. Like this. Okay. Okay, so we have to. I think we can somehow just empty. Let's not select them. So now only meshes are selected. So Alt P, move them. Good. In this we just pick some good ones. So like this one was good as a cliff. I liked it as a shape. Basically it was good, so this one will keep it. And these are good as boulder, and we can have another one if you want to. Maybe anything too, not too much basically. Okay, let's keep it them here. Let's include this also in this. And other than that, we have some rock basically. We don't need that many. We'll use our the high poly rocks we have. We use them. So for cliff we have this, and for debris we have already some of them placed here. Good. Hello Hosine, hello, welcome. No worry, no worry. I covered some of the feedback for you. Like you can check the previous streams and in the feedback streams. So I covered some feedback for you. And if we look at our again the set, if we take the Godowar, I have a lot more, but even if we look at this one, like if we assume this is the cliff rock, so there are like 4 of them, 5 of them, then there is some debris rock, and there's some some pebbles to scatter across. So that could be the same, like these pebbles could be the same, and then we make something from them. I will assume these as those debris for now. And I don't think we need some special tall ones like these, but let's just keep it for now. And there are like small ones and bunch of them. Let's just clean it up. And the other low poly, we'll delete it as well. And here, like we had, see, this have different cliff meshes. Okay, it's not joined, so we select all of them. Vertex merge by distance. Yeah, so that is really small distance. And now we can select those. I was hoping to find 3 out of these. Okay, so there are these 3. Maybe it's just the same and just placed around, rotated around. Just totally fine for us. Hmm, good. Last one. So we have 3 cliffs here. We can separate them out. Now we have some boulders which will be in the ground. This I can turn it, can think it as a rock. Okay. So these are the 3 boulders, and first I will select all of them, apply rotation scale. So when we do almost to geometry, just making some changes. So we have it, but without the hole. Basically, we can make it. So these are the 3 boulders. This is good as rock, and we can take these in line, and we can scale to match. It look like beaver. um, this is fine. Like basically the scale now. Basically, we our rocks in the our concept are bit smooth, and these one are the debris one, which we assumed are debris alongside these, and this. And lastly, if we will need these, good. We have our set. We can take it directly also and test it out how the scale is and everything. Let me separate these out. Oh, and also forgot, otherwise I will just frustrated next time. We have select geometry. Okay, select all of them to geometry and all up. So these are the rock, and we gonna use these as resources to make them. Okay. This is not as beautiful as I thought, but we have these, which we can utilize to make our uh, this all the meshes. Yeah. So we're gonna scale them, place them, and this can help us build the debris. Okay, so these pebbles they can replace basically. Now we need to rename them. Mm, I will just cliff 1A, B, C, and now let's. These are boulders. Boulders. Boulder 1A, B. Okay, Mina, no worries. Take care. Take care. I'll see you. Next one. Keep working on your scene and keep me posted with the updates. Okay. Now we have these are the rocks, so we can call them rock 1A, 1B. So if it's like the type and the variation basically. C, D, and E. We have rocks, and this will column. We can call them column, or we don't need it uh, as per my thoughts, but let's have it. This is debris. Let's have three only. uh, Call them stone. And as I showed last time also, there are like bunch of stones were there. E, so we had, and these gonna be merged with these, so we it's better to have them named, right? So we select all of these, and I will create a new collection called rocks, and all these will help us make all this. So now, as we'll scale them more bigger. So what I'm planning is to use these as in there to for now to replace it. So basically these are rocks, so I will just use them to replace these five first. So there is this one. I'll see how much is good. And there's on this one. And so roughly matching them. We get here. Just making the match. This can also, this could be a unique one. You can use it because this can poke out from many places. So well, there's this one. So good enough. So these will replace these. Now for the pebbles, we have these which can replace definitely those because those have unique organic shapes. So I will just usually get them here manually. And we have material also in there. Those have materials, but it's okay. Just a large shape and a small one we can do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. Then we have 8 only. Yep. So the rest of them we can delete. Now we have this debris we can mix and match from these rocks and other things. And let's make the cliffs first. The boulder also we can do the same thing. We'll take this one maybe. Let's make this boulder, and I will just scale it up, match this one. Okay. And for this one, I'll take these two. Just put it here. Good. So we basically match. We're gonna merge and remesh it, and then we sculpt it. Strike these two. Let's align. Okay, so this is the boulders. Let's do the same with the cliffs. Cliffs we can use multiple of them and to match and mix and match with the different shapes. Yeah, so not a biggie. And those could be larger than this also, I believe. So we'll make them double large. It's like a really a workaround. So it's not exactly. So if you want to learn, we have covered rock sculpting a long back in the session, so you can check that out as well. Oh, yeah, just do it. You already have an environment hosting, right? So what happened to that? Like I asked for update, you didn't update me on the station scene you were working on. I even can use the same piece. Okay, so again and again, basically cover the whole thing. It might have similar details in there, but not to worry too much because we're gonna sculpt afterwards. And even when you have a larger structure, it's really, this is how you can create a larger structure, basically. So scale this a bit. Okay, we make sure everything is covered. So even if you have holes in there, we can leave it and can try how it looks. So like mostly closed. This we'll use in the next one. So let's remove it. And I'll fill a little bit of it. So this is our one. Okay, so you see like it's already very organic. So when we will remesh it, this will clear, and then we'll chisel some of the details from manually. So let's take this one. And it's not like that we cannot add more details on top of it. We can definitely add more details in there. And even when people use Quixel, I suggest them to, you can use the Quixel, but if you can, mold them like that, as per your requirement, you make use the rocks to make cliff out of it. I believe that I admire that more than using just the Quixelers and drag and drop in your scene. And when people do it, like, I don't, like that much. So what we're gonna try, we're gonna scale it, but we'll not rotate it. Okay, let's try just keeping it similar, parallel. These lines, at least we try to keep these lines parallel. Right, it's okay if it's going overboard a little bit. And we try local and global is fine. We can take this gizmo. So really scaling in 2 axis. It feels like it's scaling in 2 axis. So this is here. Sure, like people who can sculpt the rock can definitely do it with super speed. It's been a while I have done it, and I just want to have some relaxing time. Okay, so we have, so looks good. We need to fill the back. Just need one more. And and one last. It's good covered. I'm intentionally making it bigger, and we'll see how it turns out. The last one I want to make it with this one. It's a really unique piece. So scale it up. If you guys have any question, you can ask. I'm on here, but you can watch me. You can do this. It's a muscle memory. Nothing is basically really fun anyway. Like it, even if you get to do it in studio, you have to do it. Like it takes weeks to make a rock set, so be prepared. So if you really enjoy it, I would say roll onto it. Uh, One of my colleagues, he was like super good at it, just the rocks. So he knew all the pipelines and regarding he could sculpt any type of rocks and was super fast too. And let's try scaling in. Okay, and that's it, I think. Okay, let's see how it is. Yeah, will work. We'll fill in some things later on. We have our, I think, most of the thing. This we have to make it manually, but we can start with our cliffs. So I will select all of them, select this, and I will join it. We have this is more high poly than the others. Okay, taking time. Okay. It just became like a little bit slow after like it used to handle more. I don't know why Vulkan is not working in here. I don't know. Okay. So we can start with any of it. Uh, let's start with this one. Save. Now to we have covered some of the tools before, but first we have to remesh it. We can remesh it in here as well. We can simple remesh, and yep, so you get a basic closed shape in here. So it will gradually go down to something which you really feel as good, like this is also, and I can go 1 centimeter and see. And that's really heavy, so let's not. It's like been it's like 17 million. This is 2 million. So it's like okay, let's keep it. Let's try to, if it don't go way too much. Okay. So it totally depends on your PC, like whichever you feel is good. And I will apply this one. So we have the mesh, and you can do it in sculpting also. Like if I go to sculpting menu, so you have remesh on top. So same, you say how much you want the voxel size. Where we had how much we had, two I think, yeah, two we had. So I can save. Okay. Now let's bring the thing. So I have the tab. So as I said last time, we have two tools. There is one is plateau, and then one is trim. Okay, so which works really good in our. Okay, so basically what we need to do here is make the details calmer. Okay, so make them calm and also fill in. So I can control and I can press, and there is a plateau. Basically what is like, imagine you have this and you can basically get this shape basically. And I believe we last time we had texture, which we don't have right now. I'll try see if it is our I don't think we have it anymore. So brushes, I had those church. This is good. Just give me a second, like if we can find it. And textures. I don't think I have it in here. Okay, no, let me check in the folder. Yeah. So I exported I cleaned up stuff also, so it could be anywhere. And let's look at if there is someone have any question. And I'm not able to find it. Weird. Like when you need it, when you don't find it. But it's, as much as I remember, I left it inside the main touch folder only when we sculpted the thing. It's not that. Let's try once alpha. Hmm. No worries. So, so with that, it gave basically a really good with a square alpha. What we can quickly, if you give me, I can export it again. No issue. Just a second. And okay, here let's we have the square one from the ZBrush. So let me show my screen again here. So I have got the square alpha, which basically we take the trim now. Basically, we get much more, you know, chisel. So even the Plato, so you can get basically the thing, and then with the trim you can make the layer basically. And there is this double sided also, so even if you want to break somewhere, so it's to break up the corners also, it's really handy. See, it's, so you need a diagonal one, so you can do it. So at this part, even we if we have some, I think we had the fill one also, so we can, yeah, control click and we can fill these corner as well, where we feel okay this is unnatural, we can do and fill, or we can take the trim, you know, make it simply flat. So it become basically the, don't worry about the surface detail, we anyway have to reduce it. And because we can add tileable textures which will give us enough, so we have to remove this corner, and everything's are good to have these. So like same thing here, and you can take Plato again, fill. So take a surface and then you create this ledge. It's technically the how the trim should be, the opposite of trim should be, as to work in ZBrush basically. And say we take, if we too much, so we calm the details that we need to do. And also I showed this technique multiple times. What you can do, you can put displacement map on top of your mesh, that give you a really interesting shapes, and then you just make them calm all the details. So if I show you this one, so from a distance, if you see it, we don't need to see the noise, we need to see the overall shapes basically. And if we need to make this whole thing planar, we'll do it. And don't worry about these details that much. Mm, from this it will be calm, and we know there are these layers which we can try to save basically in here. And same goes here. If so, this is all your playground. So if you feel this need to be empty, so you can do it. And if you need more, you can do it. um, yeah, remove it or add it as per. We can do it in ZBrush also. Like if people want to see like how we can do this in ZBrush, just let me know. We can do it. I intentionally try to do everything in Blender because I'm working on this kind of a challenge, like everything Blender. So we can follow all the game pipelines using Blender, right? So I'm trying to make replacement of tree using Metanodes and Blender's features. I'm not as good as at it. geometry node and math, but I do experiment here and there. I can show you one day, and yeah, it's fun. So now I'm basically focusing on everything around foliage. So that's why I want to finish this thing and make more trees and plants, and then have a collaborative project, start the collaborative project where more people join in and build a project together, and we bring level designer, maybe programmer also if it's possible, all the people who want to learn, and we build things together. And again, same on the community. I'm making them. So what I'm planning to do now is just export them as is. Okay, so later on I can sculpt it, keep sculpting it, so we can see them in the scene how it look first. Okay, otherwise if there is a scale issue and other things, all the things gonna go to waste. So first we have to see if the scale is right, and if the details are right, and then we can use the texture projection to have add more details and make it look more simplified. Yeah. Plus, so now I can show you, like, once you can do remesh, it remesh basically, like z remesh basically. Where is trim? And there is, it helps with making the shape better. All that leave these lines behind, but it helps with the shapes. Okay, enough for this thing. So what we're gonna do, we can remesh. We can export them as is as well, or we can simply just mi raw link materials. So we'll import them as is for now. Well, this is not showing up then. Okay. And this one we need to make more crisp. Let's do the same thing with these. All of them, I will select these. So we'll see how big the scale is also. Why I'm doing this is basically because the name, I don't want to, we can do it also. We can copy the name and paste it there as well. But yep, that's okay. Just a second. So we have all of that. This we can make it a little bit smaller. Make it a little bit bigger. Now we have these link. So these are good, and this one also we just name them, maybe will be much, or we can simply bring them. And we have almost there. It's just like randomly we can have. There. Stone. So I was looking which one I have already converted. Good. Let's just what I want to do is select all of these. Right. I will mark these also. Let's just select all of them and auto uh, will know how the texture scale will be inside our scene. Okay. So let me export them to Unreal. What this object is. Okay, did I accidentally get rock? In the export folder, we maybe export estimate automatically will add. So we select all of them. Static mesh only on export. Let it export. Here is the container which have the old rocks with a rock material, which is I think tileable. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna import it. Okay, rake cliffs are now let's do we just need to turn on the combined starting message. So I think everything is there. I think it's really big compared to our scene. So it's like we should have imported it before to see how big we are making it. We didn't see it. I just arbitrarily made the scale and it is too big, I believe. Wait, so basically we have it here. So if I scale it, I'm gonna color variation. Point 4, I believe we have to. Point 4. So we need to make it point 4 at least, or point 5. Even this will work in general. We can do it, but I believe we made it too big. So even if I still importing, yes. So if I bring in the boulder is size is good, I believe, but we can still make it half. So let's go back to inner and I'll scale 0.5. Scale. Okay, so yeah, so this is already, we are already on time. So let me export again while it is importing. Still importing, it's gonna take time. Okay, so let me see if there is anyone. What's your name? Thank you very much. No worries. Take care, and I will see you the next session. I will continue with these boulders and rocks. Okay, and I will place them in the scene. Maybe I'll place them in the scene. I will just go around and do the sculpting part. So you guys can. It's taking time to import. So I have exported. So I'll re-import and I'll see, and I'll show you next time how it is looking. And there are like bunch of things we have to. I will use the same small debris and everything. We'll make it from the same meshes. So we'll see how it looks in there. I will use the same textures from texture scan, and also I'll try to, because PCG can take the terrain into account, and then we can place these cliff meshes on the cliff basically, right, instance them there. So I will try that out as well now, and you guys can carry on. And thank you very much for joining in today, and I will see you on Friday. We'll have the feedback session, and also we'll continue with this, and we'll polish the scene and finish up the things from this side at least. And there are another small things we have to add up. So I'll add those, and then we will look at what we need to polish next. Okay, so keep working on your scene, keep posting in the bootcamp channels, and I will keep giving my pointers there as well. So yeah, keep up the good work, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.